The champs are here. The WBIT champion fighting Illini, the first ever postseason title in program history. Postseason appearances in back-to-back years. The arrow has been pointing up for a while, ever since their head coach, Shauna Green, became involved. 19 conference wins the last 2 seasons. That's better than the program has done in a back-to-back run in 2 decades plus. Shauna Green is about to do her 3rd year in charge of the program. She's here joining me alongside Adalia McKenzie and Makira Cook, a couple of seniors on this squad. Okay, listen, I get it. It's not the NCAA tournament, but it's a postseason championship. It's a level the program had never been before. What's it like winning a championship?
It was amazing. It took a lot of hard work. It took a lot of sweat, some tears, some blood. It took everything you can think of, but we got the job done. And it was just so rewarding to end the year off with confetti and making angels on the court with the confetti. So.
Yeah, it was a dream come true. You know, everybody wants to win a championship, and we got to win it at the highest level, you know, being a D1 college athlete. And it was super fun. I was so glad I got to do it with this team.
What about you? What was it like?
You know, just so rewarding. Obviously, last season we went through some ups and downs and you know, had high expectations coming in and maybe lost a couple games that we didn't think that we should. But all the credit to this team, because we talk a lot about our responses and how are we going to respond from failure and adversity, and these guys did that. And to be able to go on the run we went on, obviously in the WBIT, but then also had some really big wins at the end of the Big Ten. You know, we're going to take that momentum and put that into this season, and we just learned so much.
Being reflective on that, what was the difference between the run at the end versus when you had some of those ups and downs throughout the season? All three of you, give me your thoughts.
Yeah, I would just say at the beginning of the season, it was just learning, a lot of learning, you know, losing those games that we didn't want to lose or that we thought we should have won. I feel like we brought everything that we learned together at the end, and it was just a dogfight every game, and I feel like we had a mindset we weren't going to let anything get in the way. We already dealt with that beginning of the year and during the year, so we pulled it all together at the end.
I would agree. It was definitely learning. I think in the beginning, we kind of didn't approach it as we should, and we quickly got that handled, and we did a lot. We were really intentional. We sat each other down, and we just handled everything maturely. We didn't start off how we wanted to start, but we still had the rest of the season, so what were we going to do with it? I mean, and I like how we ended a lot, and yeah, we just had to really get through a rough patch, and it made us stronger, and it made us stronger.
Yeah, I think they had said it, just the maturity level at the end of the leadership, and they knew what it was going to take. We didn't let anything get in the way. We eliminated distractions. We came together, but great leadership, and there was a consistency to us at the end in everything that we did. So that's, you know, the biggest key this year. How consistent can we be? How can we attack every single day? Because every day really matters.
Speaking of consistency, a lot of times in last year's games, your second, third, and fourth quarter would be really good. But that first quarter, there would have been a bit of a hole you guys dug thanks to a slow start. What can be done about slow starts?
You know, we addressed that last season, and we would go. We'd had have a first quarter where we would in practice simulate, you know, that start of the game and being able to come out strong on both ends of the floor, setting the tone. So that was something that I thought we actually got better at because we were very intentional and we emphasized it in practice. So at this level in this league, you can't play 30 minutes or 20 minutes. We had to be able to put 40 solid minutes together. And at times you can play well for 40 minutes and still get beat in this league. That's how tough it is. So we addressed some of the start issues in practice, and hopefully we won't have to go back to those first quarters. Hopefully we learned our lesson and we can come out strong.
I mentioned that it's been a very successful rebuild of this program, and you guys are in a position this year that, especially in the world of transfers, not a lot of programs are in. You not only have a senior leader, you've got multiple senior leaders. You've got these two, you've got Bostic, you've got Bryant. What is the dynamic between those seniors like this year?
I mean, we're one of the few that probably have 5 seniors, 5 starters, and, you know, 3 fifth-year seniors. So you can't say that we're not veteran. You can't say that we're not experienced. You can't say that we're not battle-tested. So we are. Now it's about what are we going to do with that. And that's on these guys, because I tell them every day, this is your journey. This is your last go-round. What are you going to do with it? No regrets. And they determined their destiny. Where are we going to get to? That's them every day, being the leader, coming in and working hard. And we control that.
You guys were both smiling when she said, that's up to you. It's your destiny. Why were you smiling there?
Yeah, that's something that she says to us every single practice. And it's encouraging to hear about it because, like, yeah, it is up to us. And when you have a good leader, you know, leading you and pushing you to be your best, and then we have the seniors pushing each other and everybody else, it's just so much security in that.
Like she said, I agree. She said it just how it is. We are told that every day, so we know what's expected of us. And we've been being challenged a lot lately, and that's something that we need. Like, if you're not challenging your seniors, how can you challenge anybody else? And we do have a good group of younger kids who are going to be up and coming and taking on the program when we leave. So it's important that we face these challenges because, I mean, honestly, last week we had a couple days where we were getting, you know, we had to get heard from, if that makes sense. And we had to step up. And then we had this week, and we did a really good job. And it's really about us just, like, fine-tuning what we already know. And once we get what we have to do, like, fine-tune, then we can bring the others around with us.
Well, bringing the others around is not just for your juniors and sophomores, but for the freshmen coming in as well. And you are bringing in one freshman in particular who basically everybody in the country wanted, and you got in Barry Wallace, McDonald's All-American, 5-star. Why was she so sought after by everybody?
She just does so much. She's so efficient, and she's not flashy. She's not going to wow you in terms of some of the things that she does, but she just produces. And when you produce with efficiency, people want you. And I think that these guys would say just so consistent, right? And as a freshman, that's really, really hard. But every day you know what you're going to get from her. She has a high IQ. She listens. She can apply quickly to what you're telling her to do, which is a unique skill set in itself. So that leads to really quick growth. So I'm really, really happy with where she's at. Obviously, the learning curve for a freshman, she still has a long ways to go, but she's a special kid. She's a special player, and we're super excited that she's part of our family.
How do you describe her game?
I would say the same thing that Coach Green said. Honestly, sometimes I forget that Barry's a freshman, and like, as one of the point guards, I can be maybe hard on the freshmen sometimes, and I genuinely forget, like, in the moment, because she just, like you said, she can take what you're telling her. It doesn't matter how you're saying it. She's going to snap right back into it, do what she's being told, and do it well. And it's just nice. I mean, she doesn't feel like a freshman to me, and her development since just June already has just been exponential.
Yeah, I agree. I'll say she's a silent killer. You know, she do all the dirty work. She do the little things. She works hard. I was just telling her, I was like, hey, keep it up. Like, I wish I was doing what you're doing my freshman year, you know. So it's good seeing how mature she is. She's just a sponge.
You also brought in some height. A 6'6" freshman, a 6'7" transfer player coming in. How will those two impact this team?
You know, they're both, obviously there's a learning curve for both of them, and we're super excited to have some height in our program for now and for the foreseeable future, with both of them having, you know, some time under them with their years. So, you know, really excited about them and the future in our program.
Makira, you are a point guard who can pass and a point guard who can score. What goes in your brain when you decide, I'm looking for the shot now, as opposed to I'm looking for a teammate?
Well, I don't really know. I think it's just based off of what the read is at that moment. I will give credit to my coaches and stuff. I played all around the floor, which has been, like, nice. And I think that as a point guard now who has played off the ball, it just gives you more confidence to, okay, if I don't have the ball, I'm not looking completely lost. Or when I do have the ball, how can I make the best of it? But we watch a lot of film. We all have position coaches, so kudos to them. But we also watch film with our head coach. And I don't know if this is something that's unheard of, but literally, hey, Coach Green, can we watch film? Watching film whenever you need. And it's just like that, to me, I need to watch film in order to be able to see what I missed, because sometimes I don't think straight in the moment and I'm just thinking about like what I thought I saw.
Yeah.
So the film really, and just the availability and the continuous teaching us every single day.
You know, Makira, the lady left to me you've known since before you were at Illinois. How has she changed over the years?
I would just say that now our relationship, we're able to joke with each other. We know each other more. We've definitely had to go through some phases where maybe I wasn't being the person I needed to be, or just different phases. So I just think that we've deepened our relationship in aspects of trust. It was always there, but now it's just deeper over the years.
Adalia, give me some goals you have for this season.
Some goals for the team?
For you.
For me?
Or for the team, I suppose, but I meant for you in particular.
Both.
Wow. For the team, I'll say, again, getting a championship again, and just getting close to that as well, you know, and just, I'll just say, obviously winning every game, that's a goal, but also like winning in the little things. Like, I know Coach talked about that in practice, and I just want us as a team to take every single moment and seize it, and, you know, don't take anything for granted. And also for myself, I'll just say be the best leader I can be this year. You know, this is my last year, and I'm so thankful that I got to be at Illinois all my years. But just maximizing the opportunity of, like, being a leader, and also just continue to work on my game and elevate my game. I want to change the scout, you know, and people not playing off me, you know, got to step up. So
I'm curious if the three of you will have different answers to this question. Who's the hardest worker on the team?
Can't say yourself. Can't say yourself.
Can't say yourself.
I'll go with my girl, Adalia.
Yeah?
Definitely a very hard worker in all aspects.
Oh, thanks.
That was a nice moment.
I'll say Haven. She's in the gym all the time, you know. So seeing that freshman in the gym, I'm like, you ain't gonna outwork me. But it's always good seeing her in the gym. I say she works really hard on her game, and she's taking a lot of steps.
Coach?
You're just trying to get me in trouble, aren't you?
No, I'm looking for insight as who's impressing you in practice, who's diving on the floor, who's...
They all are putting the work in. You know, they really are. And this summer, they're in the gym. I walked in on Saturday morning. It was an off day this past Saturday, and I come around the corner, and I see her in the gym getting shots up and then getting an extra workout in the weight room. You know, they're constantly, every morning, usually when I come in, I look down and I see Barry Wallace in there. She likes to get in early in the morning. So I tell them all the time that there's no secret. Like, there's no, you know, magic dust that we can just sprinkle on you and say you're going to be an all Big Ten player. It's hard work. You got to roll up your sleeves, and you got to work, and you got to continue to work, and you got to work on the days that you don't feel like working. But if you want to talk about energy and it's person you just saw there make a layup, I mean, I think Dell has always had a motor that's just unmatched in terms of every day. She's everywhere. She's diving. She's going to get every rebound tip. She plays at a level, and I think it's even extra this year. I just feel like she's on this really embrace this is my last shot, and every possession could be my last, and I'm not gonna take it for granted.
Last question's for you, Coach. You took over this program, which was in need of kind of a reshaping. And the first year you shoot out of a cannon. And the second year you win a postseason championship. Where are you right now in the process of getting this program to where you want it to be?
Yeah, it's a process, like you said. You know, you don't just build something in a day. You don't build it in a year. So if you looked at our vision coming in, you know, we came here to win. And that's, you know, we believed we could win here. Now, again, I say it all the time. If you had told me we went to an NCAA tournament maybe our first year, I'd say maybe, you know, that's a little quick, but we did that. And then obviously, you know, winning the WBIT championship, you know, it was a goal to cut down nets and win a championship here. Now we want something bigger than that. And we're continuing to climb. We're continuing. We have high goals, high expectations. But I think we're going in the right direction and on the right path. And if we can continue to get people like these guys sitting to the left of me that do things the right way and are great people, great players. I know this program is just going to continue to thrive.
It's going to be fun watching you guys all year long. Shauna, Adalia, Makira, thank you so much for your time. Good luck this year.
Thank you.
Thank you.